Hello guys, do you remember this Gamepad project with ESP32 that we made? Well, today we are going to be remaking it and putting it all on a prototype board to get ready for our newest project as you see now. So this is the PCB model, and now you're seeing the 3D model for the PCB design. There we go, the buttons, the OLED. On the back side we are going to have an ESP32 and the pins for the battery charger and everything, and all of that will go in this 3D printed case, which I'm still finishing up, but here you can see the model. We will have a USB-C port, on-off switch, there we go, the buttons, the OLED, and it will all just be a little case for the PCB. Now let's get ready and just prototype it out on a prototype board. So firstly we are going to solder the pins for the OLED display, and I am doing it like this so I can actually take out the OLED display later if I need it for another project or use it for the final product. Here you can quickly see me soldering the OLED display, and now we are going to do the ESP32, which is also going to go on its own pins so we can take it out later. So the ESP32 is going to go on the back side so we can have space for the buttons on the front bottom. So now I have placed all the buttons as you see, and now let's solder them as well, and then we're going to solder all the wires. Now that all the parts have been soldered, let's solder the wires and connect them to each part separately. Here I'm just soldering the wires firstly for the OLED display that I have finished right now, and let's test out if the OLED display actually works. And as you can see, it does, and the flickering is happening because the refresh rate of the OLED display is lower than my camera, so it is picking up the blank spots or the black screen when the OLED isn't refreshing. Now I'm just connecting all of the wires. I'm putting them through one side of the board to the other and then connecting them to the buttons. Then I'm just going to connect all of the buttons on one side together and connect them to the ground. Here I'm just soldering the last wire for the buttons, and as you can see, all of the wires have been done. It's maybe a little messy, but when I print the PCB board it will be a lot cleaner and it will be better with the 3D printed case. Now let's put the OLED in and the ESP32 on the back, and let's plug it in and see if it actually works. So the good thing is it does work, as we saw in a previous video when I tested it. So now let's test the buttons if they are all working and if I should reprogram them on other pins, because I was just soldering on the nearest pin. So we can see the top and the left one are working and the bottom and right one aren't. So as you see, I'm actually soldering again, so the solder on the two buttons that weren't working wasn't really good, so now I'm just resoldering it to make it work. So I just plugged it in, and as you can see, the right and bottom pins are actually switched. So let's reprogram the code and upload it again. So here is the code, and we're going to change the bound button and the right. So let's put 20 on a down, and the right one is going to be pin 21, and let's upload it and test it out. And here it is, guys, it is actually working now, so all of the buttons work correspondingly. Here we can actually play Flappy Bird, as you see. So the down and up buttons are good, the left and right buttons are good, and that is it for this project. We are getting ready for the final thing, the PCB design, the 3D print, and when that is done I will see you then, and let's make this project happen. Goodbye.